Professor, I am so sorry. Someone really, really needed my help, and I could not ignore them.
Sydney, I'm gonna need a little bit more explanation than that.
Okay. Well, I was on my way to class, and I saw an elderly man, and he was wandering around lost, and he was confused, and I was worried that he was gonna get hurt, and nobody else was stopping to help him, so I did.
So you chose to help an old man instead of getting my class on time, risking failing in the process?
Yes, sir, I did. I mean, I knew that I was gonna be late to class if I stopped to help, but I could not leave him there like that. Not with how scared and confused he was.
Okay. Well, do you have your presentation ready?
Yes. Well, I must have left it somewhere.
Professor, this is ridiculous. Okay, not only did she make up some story about an imaginary elderly man, but she clearly didn't even prepare for her presentation.
Matt, no, you know that it's true. You were there. And you left me to deal with him by myself.
Now she's just making stuff up.
That's enough. I'm sorry, Sydney, but this is all just a little bit hard to believe if you don't have your presentation. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have.
Excuse me, Professor Thompson. I'm sorry to interrupt, but you have a visitor.
Well, Dad? I was gonna cook your favorite dinner tonight, but we're out of onions, so
Dad, we've been over this. You know you're not supposed to go out by yourself.
I know, but I got lost and then I couldn't remember where I was going but hey, you know, it could have been a lot worse had it not been for this young lady's help over here.
Thank you for helping my father, Sydney. I should have known better than to not believe your story. What you did for my father is exactly the essence of this new program that I'm starting.
New program?
You risked failing my class to help a stranger in need, not for personal gain, but because you knew it was right. And for that, I commend you for your selflessness. And with that in mind, I think that I've made my selection.
Well, sir, think about this for a minute, okay? How can you trust someone to do the job well when they chose to be late?
Arriving on time, while important, is not the only thing. What Sydney chose to do is exactly what I'm trying to get all of you guys to do with this assignment, is to help someone in need, even when it doesn't benefit you at all.
But you and the class, you loved my presentation. Surely that deserves the extra credit you mentioned earlier.
And would this presentation happen to end with the line, "So you see, you should always help others in need"?
How did you know that?
Because, sir, that was my essay. I must have left it in Matt's car, and I guess he decided to pass it off as his own.
Matthew, is that true?
I can explain, okay? So
it's you. You were the one called me an old geezer and then drove off, leaving poor Sydney behind.
Oh, he did he?
I know this looks bad, but I really need that extra credit.
Well, you should have thought about that before you acted so selfishly. You can forget about that extra credit, or about passing this class for that matter. And now it is my pleasure to award the extra credit and the job to Sydney Williams.
What's the job exactly?
Trust me, you're gonna love it and you'll be great at it.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you, Professor.